Hey guys, welcome back. As you can see, this is a brand new pickup video. Yeah, so I've got a couple of things I wanted to show you. There's a couple of things I've picked up recently, and I've also got the odd item that I've picked up over the last few months. Just haven't put in a pickup video, mostly because I keep forgetting to do it. So I thought this was the right opportunity to make a sort of Christmas pickups video, because I probably won't have anything more coming. I've got a couple of things coming in the post, but not a lot. So I may do a video for that, I'm not sure yet. I might wait until I've got more to put in the video. But anyway, I wanted to do this video, show you what I've been picking up. And also I was kind of inspired as well by Rob, Tino 777, absolutely brilliant channel, someone I really like watching on YouTube, and a good friend of mine on here. And also we've got the same kind of taste in gaming as well, which really helps. But yeah, he did a video the other day showing off his Blu Ray steelbooks, and I thought, you know what, I haven't shown, as far as I'm aware, these are all the Blu Rays I haven't shown in videos yet. I haven't done it for a while. I've really been quite lax in picking up Blu Rays over the last, probably the last 5 years. Yeah, last 4 or 5 years, mainly since I've been on YouTube. Gaming has overtaken everything, and I've sort of gotten a bit sidetracked with films, which is a shame because I love movies and I love buying Blu Rays. And back when DVD was the thing, I used to buy tons of DVDs all the time. So, plus I'm not a big fan of Blu Ray, I preferred HD DVD, but that's another story. So yeah, I thought watching Rob's video really got me inspired to show my Blu Rays I picked up the last couple of months. There aren't a lot, but you know, I'm going to show them anyway. And also, if you've never seen Tino 777, definitely go and check out his channel. There's a link down there in the description. You really will enjoy his channel. Brilliant channel, really nice guy, very approachable, very eloquent in his presentation as well, so definitely worth watching. So let's crack on. I'm going to start this video by doing the Blu Rays first of all, get those out of the way. So I've got a few Blu Rays I've picked up. I'm not too sure if I've shown some of these before. I don't think I have, so I'm just going to talk about them anyway. And the first one I did pick up was the Ninja Turtles trilogy. This is great. The reason I picked this up was because I haven't watched Ninja Turtles, the first film, in years. Literally, I think the only time, if I remember right, the last time I watched this was when it was first released, which was a hell of a long time ago now. I think it's like 89 or something like that, 90, I'm not too sure. But yeah, I got it on Blu-ray, and I watched the first one before I bought this, because I wanted to see if it had aged well or not. And I must admit, I watched it, and I thought it was brilliant. I thought it's such a good film in the way it's shot, and the way the story's written as well. It doesn't pander to the kids. It's not a child's movie. It's actually like a proper film. It's hard to explain how I want to put this, but the way that I thought the first one came across, it was a great film because it bridged the gap. Adults and children alike could watch it and enjoy it. It wasn't like a stupid, dumbed down version, which they could have done to pander, obviously, you know, to kids, because it was just off the back of a cartoon series. They could have quite easily made a crap film, but you can see they put a real effort into making it into a proper cinematic experience. And I really like the first film. I've watched it on the Blu-ray, and the quality is excellent, superb. But the film itself is really high quality. A brilliant bit of acting in the film, and all the characters are really well done. The Turtles look fantastic. Me personally, I love the Turtles in the first film. The second and third film, they look a bit weird. And the new Turtles now in the new cartoon, they just don't look right at all. They look really strange. And I dread to think what Michael Bay's going to do to the Turtles. Well, we all know he's going to ruin it, but I mean, I dread to think what they're going to look like. I haven't even looked online because I just don't want to be disappointed. But yeah. But yeah, I watched Turtles 1, I've watched Turtles 2, which isn't as bad as I remember it being. It was actually quite decent. I still haven't got around to watching Turtles 3. Reason being because I remember watching it on TV and it was absolute shite. But I will watch it, I've got to watch it just to complete the trilogy, but yeah. But Turtles 1, absolute brilliant film, classic film. If you love Turtles, this is well worth a pick up, it's brilliant. So I got the Turtles trilogy. I then picked up a film that I watched earlier in the year, which I absolutely loved, and that is Olympus Has Fallen. Oh, this is a great movie. It's a fantastic action film. The guy's name escapes with the director. Let me have a look. This guy did Shooter, and he's just absolutely brilliant. That's it. Oh, I can't pronounce it. Antoine anyway. I can't pronounce his surname, but yeah. This is a great film. I mean, visually, it's absolutely beautiful. Really well shot. You know, the story it's pretty much Die Hard in the White House. That's all you're getting. So I wouldn't expect more than that. But the action scenes are just insane. The opening scene is just when they invade the White House, it's just crazy. The amount of people getting killed and the way it's shot, it just looks absolutely beautiful. And it's just non-stop, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely brilliant film though. Definitely worth watching. I know there's another one with Jamie Foxx and that bloke, or his name, I can't remember. He's not a very good actor anyway. That looked really crap. I didn't like the look of that. It looked like there's injected comedy to it. This is literally John McClane in the White House. I mean, that's there's even nods to Die Hard during the film, which I thought was really cool. And I love my action films. You know, I grew up on action films in the 80s, so this was right up my street. And I love no nonsense, balls to the wall. Everybody gets killed. You don't need a lot of story. Just switch your brain off and just escape from reality. So if you've not seen it, go and check out Olympus Has Fallen. Absolutely brilliant film. So next one I've got is a film I picked up recently, which came with my Xbox One, and that is Pacific Rim. Now, I knew nothing about this film. I'd heard of it online, but I'd never checked any trailers out, didn't see any reviews, knew nothing about it. So I went in blind with this, and I have to say, I love it. It's just brilliant, absolutely great. And you've got big alien monsters, you've got mechs, and they're beating the shit out of each other in absolutely gorgeous 1080p. I mean, the picture quality on this film is just unreal. And the surround sound is spot on as well. Really good acting, quality fight scenes, it's just ridiculous. The weird thing for me is that, I don't know how you pronounce his surname, Charlie, is it Hunnam? I don't know. The bloke who plays the main character now, he also plays Jackson Tello in Sons of Anarchy. And also Ron Perlman's in this, who's also in Sons of Anarchy. That was a bit weird because I'm a big Sons of Anarchy fan. And unfortunately, Charlie's only got one American accent that he can do apparently, because he does the same accent in this as he does in Sons of Anarchy. Which is a bit disappointing. He could have made a bit of an effort, but you know, he's still a really good actor and he pulled it off. Idris Elba as well, absolutely brilliant. That guy is just one of the best British actors out there. He's absolutely awesome. Everything he does is spot on. So yeah, I love Pacific Rim. Really, really impressed with this film. It just got me gripped from the beginning to the end. I loved it. The way that Ron Perlman gets killed, that was funny, man. That was quality. I also picked up the James Bond triple pack, which is obviously Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Skyfall. Raymond Freeze there. Yeah, I had to get this. Casino Royale, I really liked that film a lot. I thought it was a brilliant film when it first came out. I thought it was a bit long. It did seem a little bit drawn out, but it was a really, really good film. Quantum of Solace, I hated it when I first watched it. I thought it was utter crap, and I just didn't see what they were doing with that film at all. It was just boring as hell. It just seemed like there was no story, no plot. It was just thrown together. I have since watched it again a couple of times, and the more I watch it, the better it seems to be getting. So it's not as bad as I remember, but it's definitely the weakest of the trilogy in my opinion. Skyfall, I saw that at the cinema. Absolutely love that film. I watched. I come out of the cinema, a big grin on my face. I was like, that was one of the best films I've seen in a long time. It was brilliant. I thought, you know, the script was fantastic. The acting is obviously top notch because you've got some amazing actors in this film. You know, Javier Bardem as the bad guy was absolutely awesome. It's just brilliant from beginning to end. It never loses its pace either. It never lost interest for me. It was just a great, great film. I've watched it a few times now, and it's just one of them films that when you're stuck for something to watch, you can put Skyfall on and it just absorbs your time. It's just absolutely brilliant film. Love the new James Bond films. I think they're doing such a great job, and Daniel Craig is absolutely awesome. For someone like myself who's never been a big Bond fan as well, this has really got me back into it. As a kid growing up, I've watched the odd film here and there, but I was never really a Bond fan. But this has definitely made me a fan. Well worth picking this up if you haven't already. Great films, especially if you've never seen these films. Just go and watch them and have a look. They're absolutely fantastic. So next one up, I've got the TV shows. The first one I picked up was season 1 of Grimm. Love Grimm. Really great show. I remember when this started, and I read the synopsis and I was like, I don't know if that's going to work or not. We're now on to season 3, so it obviously is working, but it's absolutely brilliant. If you've never seen Grimm, basically it's like Monster of the Week. You have these, there's like a race of people who are actually different creatures, but to humans you can just see them as human. But then sometimes they can show their true self, and the whole species they class them as Vesson. But then you also have the Grimms who hunt the Vesson, and this story is basically about a cop who discovers he's a Grimm from a long line of Grimms, and it's about his struggle about whether he's going to be like the rest of his family. He's going to kill Vesson. Always going to go a different route, and it's really good. I mean, they've got some great characters in this, really great cast as well. You know, surrounding the main character is really well done, and there's some absolutely fantastic effects. I was really quite interested watching the extras on this because I thought that it was all CG, but apparently it's not. They do actually use visual makeup effects and blend them with CG, so you get a much better transformation, and it looks really good. If you've never seen Grimm, go and check it out. It's an absolutely fantastic show, definitely worth watching. As I said, on to season 3 now, and it's still going strong, it's brilliant. So the last Blu Ray I picked up was, without doubt, my favourite TV show at the moment. There's nothing that comes close to touching this at the moment. This is absolutely fantastic. Every single week, every episode, there hasn't been a misstep yet for me. I love this. It is the first season of Arrow. Now, I don't read comic books, I never have, so I know nothing about Arrow. When I first started watching this, I went in blind, didn't know what to expect, and it just gripped me from day one. It's just fantastic. The plot, the characters, they've got an absolutely fantastic cast. There isn't a single character in this that annoys me, which is weird, because in most shows there is somebody who will get on my nerves, whether it's their acting or it's just the character themselves. I don't like them, but I love everybody in this. It's just a brilliant show. We're on season 2 at the moment, and they just took a mid-season break for Christmas, and literally they have not missed a step. Every single episode has been absolutely superb. Edge of the seat stuff. The action scenes are absolutely fantastic. The way it's all shot is just brilliant. The way they handle flashbacks as well, because if you don't know, the story is basically Oliver Queen is shipwrecked on an island. I can't remember how many years it was now, but he's shipwrecked on an island for a few years. When he comes back to Starling City, he's a changed man. And it's all about how he adapts and what he does with his life, because he is a billionaire, and how his family and friends adapt to him, and it is just fantastic. I'm not sure, I have a feeling I may have talked about this before in a video, but whatever. If you've not seen Arrow, you have to watch this. You don't have to like comic books. As I say, I've never read a comic book in my life, and I absolutely adore this show. It's fantastic. Without doubt, the best show on TV at the moment. Definitely worth a watch. So, one last thing I did pick up was a DVD. Something I was really looking forward to getting my hands on. That is Happy Console Gamer the movie. I love the Happy Console Gamer channel. Big fan of John and Rob. Absolutely brilliant guys. For me personally, some of the best guys on YouTube in terms of like the massive channels, because they are absolutely huge and extremely famous now. Yet they're so down to earth and so grounded and so friendly. Whether you communicate with them on YouTube or Twitter, they're absolutely fantastic, really nice guys. I love their videos, they're always really entertaining and fun to watch. And when I saw this on their YouTube channel, I was so impressed. I'm not a big fan of independent movies. I'm very much like Owen LeBoss 77 knows. I'm very much Hollywood. I like watching mainstream movies. I'm not into all your art house and your independence and all that stuff. So I didn't really know what to expect with this, but obviously being around gaming, it was something that was going to interest me. And I put it on the one night, I sat down, and I turned it on, and I was gripped from the beginning to the end. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. I thought it absolutely amazed me that for someone's first attempt at making a film, it was this good. The effects, the script, you know, the acting. I thought it was really quite impressive. So I really do hope that in the future Johnny does make another film. I know on here there's some extras, and he does talk about the fact that he has got a script that he wants to work with. I really do hope he does, because this was brilliant. Definitely go over to their channel and watch this if you haven't already seen it. It's fantastic. This was a limited run, so I don't know if they're going to do any more. If they do, I definitely recommend snapping it up. The reason I picked it up myself is because I wanted to own a copy anyway, but also you get lots of extras like behind the scenes and outtakes, etc., and commentaries, which is absolutely brilliant. Plus it also helps fund their channel as well, which is something I wanted to do, because I really do respect the way they run their channel and the way they treat their fans. So absolutely awesome. Right, so onto the gaming stuff, so here we go. So I've got a few modern games actually. I haven't been picking that many modern games up until recently, but there's a couple of on the show. First one I picked up was Beyond Two Souls by Quantic Dream. Now, if you know me, you know I'm a massive fan of Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain for me is one of the best games of the last generation, without doubt. It's just an absolute masterpiece. So I was really excited when this got announced. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it and play it. Having played through it, now obviously these games do have multiple endings, so you can keep playing through them and get different results. But I finished my first playthrough recently. Me personally, I thought it was a good game, but not a great game. It definitely for me is not up there with Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain far surpasses this game without doubt. But I did really enjoy it. I thought the acting was excellent, obviously because you've got proper actors in this. They're not video game actors, these are like Hollywood actors. You've got nothing against video game actors, by the way, because there are a lot of absolutely fantastic video game actors out there. But the visual style looked really good. I like the way they did the controls in this one. They made them a lot more simple than Heavy Rain. It was a lot easier to understand, and it was more intuitive as well with a lot of the actions that you do, which I thought was really clever the way they did that actually. Just like opening doors and simple things like simple touches of the control of the analog sticks. But yeah, I just thought the story was okay. I felt at the beginning of the game, because there was a lot of back and forwards, like 1 minute you're tiny Jodie, then your teenage Jodie, then your adult Jodie, and it's back and forth, and it felt a little disjointed, and I was getting a bit confused as to where they were going with it. But it does develop and get better as the story goes on, and it does make a lot more sense. But I'm really impressed, and I like the addition of Aiden as well, the entity that surrounds Jodie that you have to control. And especially the outcome at the end of the game when you find out what the entity actually is, which I thought was really good, really emotional ending. Yeah, it was a great game, don't get me wrong, I loved it, but being a fan of Heavy Rain, and also Fahrenheit as well, or Indigo Prophecy as it is in America, those two games for me are better than this one. I'd probably say, to put them in order, I'd probably say it'd be Beyond Two Souls, Fahrenheit / Indigo Prophecy, and then Heavy Rain, because Heavy Rain is just so brilliantly done. I love the murder mystery, I love the characters, I love the way the game played, I just loved everything about that game. It was just an absolute masterpiece. But definitely, if you've been on the fence, go and check this out, because it's well worth playing through at least once. But yeah, it's a good game. So next one I went and picked up, I was talking on Twitter to Ninja Bear Hug, and he happened to mention this game to me, and I thought, you know what, I haven't got that on PS3. I used to have it on Xbox 360, but I sold my 360 a while ago, so I wanted to get it back on the PS3 to add to the collection, because I really enjoyed it the first time round. And that is 007 Bloodstone. Now, this game, I played through it recently again, and I still stand by it. I really like this game. It's a great Bond game. The problem I've always had with this game is the driving sections. The actual third-person action sequences are brilliant. There's some really nice cover combat. It's a lot of fun just running around shooting people in the face. It's great. It's a good action game. But the car sections are absolutely awful. They just really got on my nerves, because most of the time you don't know what's coming up. You can't see sometimes where the ground is, and it's so fast, and you end up just smashing into walls, and the game just throws you straight back to the last checkpoint, and it doesn't give you an opportunity to resurrect yourself. I just found it incredibly difficult, and they proper got on my nerves doing the driving sections. But I fought through them, because the actual cover-based sections where you're running around gunning people down is absolutely brilliant. It's not the most amazing game in the world. The AI can be a little bit dumb sometimes, but it's just a really fun action game to just kick back, relax, and just play through. So yeah, if you've never played it, go and check out Bloodstone, because it's well worth it, and it's not expensive either now, which is good. So, keeping in that theme, I wanted to buy back a few games, and I also wanted to buy some games I've not played yet. So I picked up Medal of Honor Warfighter. Now, if you watched my video when this first came out, I went a bit mental about it, because I wasn't happy, because it's a seriously broken game. Very frustrating, in fact, actually. I thought the game was actually crap at the time. I really am a big fan of the 2010 reboot of Medal of Honor. I love that game to bits. I've played through it about 5 times from beginning to end, and I just don't ever get bored of it. It's brilliant. It is broken, it has faults, but the actual game, the story, and the characters I really enjoyed. This one annoyed me because it just went off on a tangent at the beginning of the game in this weird storyline. I was like, where's it going? And then suddenly it just throws you into where the first game ended. And I was like, why didn't they just start from there in the first place? But I must say, I've played through it again, and it's a lot better this time, and I've actually enjoyed it a lot more. I found more, I don't know if it's because there's been a while since I last played it, and I'm being a bit fairer on it this time. But I found it quite enjoyable, especially on the boat as well, when you just, I love, for some reason in first-person shooters, something I really enjoy is room clearance. I love being in tight spaces where people can just pop out of doorways and you sort of clear all the rooms. I really enjoy doing that. And there's a boat section on this where you have to survive, and you have to get you have to knock a guy out first of all. You strangle a couple of blokes and get a silenced pistol, and then you upgrade as you find better weapons, and it's really, really intense and really fun to play through. I really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, the game has actually broken again. There was a big patch when I first installed this. I thought that may have fixed all the issues, but it hasn't, because I've got to a section near the end of the game now where you walk into a room, there's shutters on the windows, and they open up, and all these guys pouring down the bottom, and there's a guy on a truck. And I can't kill the guy on the truck, he's got a big metal plate in front of him, and you can't get an angle, you can't shoot him. and he just keeps shooting us, and I can't do anything. And from what I can remember, the first time I played through the game, the door to the right hand side is supposed to open so you can walk round and complete the level, but it won't open, and I can't work out if I'm doing something wrong or if the game is broken. Very annoying, but it's definitely worth a playthrough though. Especially if you played it before and you didn't like it, I'd go back to it and give it a shot, because even though it's very generic and nowhere near as good as the 2010 reboot, it's still quite a fun game, and there's some really good levels in there, so I wouldn't dismiss it. I also picked up Remember Me, because I wanted to give this a try. So I remember when this came out, it looked quite good and I was interested. I've started playing this recently. I haven't played a lot of it yet. I've got stuck actually because I'm having trouble with the fighting mechanics. I'm finding it quite difficult. I don't know, I just can't seem to get to grips with it, and I got destroyed by about 5 blokes the other day and I got annoyed and turned it off. But so far it looks quite good. The graphics are beautiful. I mean, the Neo Paris just looks so good. The controls are pretty decent. The combat, as I say, is a bit fiddly and it's really annoying. But yeah, I'm going to stick with it and try and complete it because it's quite good so far. And then the other day, Ninja Bear Hug said to me on Twitter, "Oh, have you played this game?" And I was like, I've always thought about buying it, but I've always put off buying it. I've never got around to it. And the great bloke that he is, he sent me his copy. I was absolutely blown away by it. He just sent it through to me to play. And it is Terminator Salvation. This is a cover-based shooter with Terminators. I started playing this the other night. It's pretty good actually. It's not too bad at all. I wasn't too sure what to expect really, but it's a pretty decent game so far. You're basically just playing John Connor, running around the battlefield, taking cover and just shooting lots of Terminators and HKs, and it's pretty good. So I'm going to finish this and see how I get on with it, but yeah, so far so good, not too bad at all. I had a bit of an issue with the aiming at first. I had to adjust the sensitivity because it was ridiculous. I find it really hard to hit anything, so I just whacked it up a little bit, made it a little bit looser, and it was absolutely fine. So yeah, I was really happy with that. So thank you very much, Stu. I really do appreciate that, mate. The only other thing I picked up recently is a game for the NES, and it's a PAL game, not an NTSC one for a change. The reason being it's a PAL exclusive. I've been trying to find PAL exclusives that are worth buying, and this one, when I saw it, I couldn't believe they put this on the NES. I had to get this. I'll just come closer. It is Super Turrican. Absolutely fantastic. And the good thing is I got this on my American NES and it's region free. But the good thing is it seems to run it full screen 60 Hz and all, which is absolutely fantastic. This is amazing. To see this running on an 8-bit system, it's just phenomenal. And it's bloody hard as well. I mean, you get a lot of enemies coming at you. I got stuck on level 2 though. I can't seem to figure out this jump. So I'm going to have to watch a YouTube video because you don't seem to be physically able to make the jump. You just seem to fall down the hole, which is a bit odd. So I'm not too sure what I'm going to do there. But it's a pretty good game so far. Really nice graphics, and it's got a really nice soundtrack as well. So it's definitely something I'm going to stick with and try and play through and complete. I will do a gameplay as well, because I can't remember who it was, but somebody on Twitter the other day did actually say to me that they've never seen a gameplay of this, so I'll try and do a video for this one. But yeah, Super Turrican, blows my mind they can do that on an NES. So obviously there's one more thing that I have picked up, which is this. Got this on eBay the other day. Absolutely chuffed as anything to find this. I've been trying to get a second CRT because I've got my Sony Trinitron, but I wanted to get another one so I can split all my consoles between 2 TVs, because at the moment, if I have all my consoles set up, it's sort of like a case of daisy chaining SCART switches, and I really don't want that because it just makes a mess of the cables. So I wanted to get another TV so I could have so many consoles on one TV, so many consoles on another TV, have it nice and neat in the game room. Obviously I'm not in the game room at the moment, but I'm trying to modify that. I'm trying to figure out some kind of unit I want to build so I can put both TVs in there. But yeah, I saw this and I couldn't believe it. It was on auction for 99p starting bid, and no one bid on it. And so it was the only one I could find where someone would actually post it to me as well, and courier, because no one ever does. They always want collection only, and they're always miles away from where I live. So I saw this, I bid on it and got it for 99p. It's a 28 inch. I don't know how you pronounce the name of the company. I'm assuming it's Loewe, I don't know. Loewe. It's a German manufacturer, and from what I've read online and what I've been told, they're a really good TV as well. And apparently, like, they were supposed to be up there with Bang & Olufsen, not the German version, from what I understand. Don't shoot me down if they're not, that's just what I've read online, so I don't always believe everything I read online, obviously. But yeah, I mean, you can see the picture quality is absolutely fantastic. It's a cracking TV. I'm really, really happy with this. It's a really nice looking TV as well, and it is a Aventos as well, is the brand that they released it under. Yeah, It's a really nice TV. It's actually quite slim at the back as well, which is quite surprising. I was amazed by that. There wasn't as much depth as I expected, because you know CRTs can be quite bulky, and it doesn't weigh that much either. I mean, it's heavy. It's a two-man job to lift it, but compared to my Sony, it's nowhere near as heavy as that one. And it did come with the instruction manual as well, which is very handy, and also came with the remote, which is great. I was very happy it came with the instructions, because I turned the TV on yesterday when it arrived, plugged it in, turned it on, and the menus came up and they were in Polish. I was like, oh shit, that's not what am I going to do? So I grabbed the manual, and the manual was in Polish, and I was like, oh Christ. Then I realised if I flipped the manual over, the English part is on the back. I was like, oh thank God for that. So I managed to read through and figure out how to do it, and it's quite straightforward actually. You just cut the buttons, and you can change the language to English. I was like, thank God. Because I did have a bit of a heart attack. I was like, oh God, I bought a Polish TV, what am I going to do? That wouldn't have been too good. But yeah, it's cracking. I mean, the image is absolutely spot on. I've got to try and tweak it a bit and get the colours and everything right, but I've done it just quickly for the video to make it look the best I can. But I'm going to have a good fiddle around with it. It's brilliant. What I'll do actually, guys, I'll just flip the camera around now and we'll have a good close-up look at it and see what you think. Okay guys, right, so here we go. So this is the Loewe Aventos, and I've probably completely messed up the name of the company. I don't know how you pronounce it. So there you go. If anyone does, please tell me in the comments below if it's possible to write it down. As you can see, 28-inch screen, really nice design. I mean, I really like this a lot. Really classy looking. To be fair though, from what I understand, they were quite expensive back in the day, so they had to make some effort with the design. So you can see the depth there. See how it's not bad at all. It's got a nice size. It's got some connections on the back, on the side there. It's got composite, and I think it's S-video as well, which is quite nice. There's my Philips there. Got to get rid of that at some point. So 21-inch Philips. It's mono, unfortunately, but nice TV, great picture. But yeah, anyway, that's not what you're looking at, is it? So there you go. So that's the Loewe 28-inch Aventos. It looks absolutely gorgeous. I'll just pull the curtain across. There you go. So, and just to give you an idea of what the sound's like, and all, it's pretty decent quality sound on this. Yeah, it's pretty bloody impressive actually, I think. I don't know what I've just done there. How have I done that? God, I'm still getting used to the menus. Hang on a minute. Where's the AV button gone? Bloody thing like that. I don't know the hell that's just happened, that's really weird. Right, there we go. Just put it back in 4x3 as well. There we go. And you see, you got cinema mode, you got zoom, you got zoom 16:9, and you got 16:9 standard. It blows my mind. I don't know why they put 16:9 modes on there. I'm assuming it must have been to do with TV and everything, but yeah, it's an absolutely cracking TV. I'm really impressed with it. There's quite a few options as well to tweak with it as well, and the controls really nice as well. Bloody big, but yeah, not bad. But yeah, that's my new TV anyway. So I'm going to try and shoot some gameplay videos using this TV, because from what I can see, it seems to be filming quite well at the moment. So hopefully I can use this going forward, because the Sony's a pain in the arse to shoot, because it takes so long to get it right, because most of the time it just will not focus, the camera won't, and I have to fanny around and try and get it right, and it drives me crazy. I try so many different options, so many different angles and all kinds of things, and this is, I haven't even fiddled with the settings on this, so I've just turned it on and recorded, and it seems to be recording quite well, which is good. Normally I'll be recording in NTSC mode as well to get the better picture quality, but I'm recording with PAL today, and it seems to be coming out quite well. Surprisingly enough, it is. Look how beautiful those oranges are, look at that. It's even getting scan line sexiness. You can see any on there. Yeah, I think you can just about see them. Look at that. Scan line porn time. It's absolutely fantastic. That's actually quite good, because the Sony, if you go that close with the Sony, the picture goes all weird. So there you go guys, that's the Loewe 28-inch Aventos, the newest addition to my gaming rig. Yeah, 99p on eBay. Obviously I had to pay delivery costs for courier, so it wasn't that cheap, but I was quite chuffed to get it for 99p. You know, it could have been a lot more expensive had I actually had to pay for the TV and the delivery. So yeah, it's quality stuff. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to all your comments down below. Also, as I say, go and check out Tino777, absolutely awesome YouTuber. His link's down below in the description. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.